I will also start things off so we can get shit going. So we can get as much as we can before we can. We have.
It's a short session today, so.
Short session.
They're trying to keep us down, baby.
Listen, I wanna gush about GTA 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
well after Travis fucks off,
Oh,
then
I
we'll
love
gush about
getting Grand Theft Auto in real life.
All right.
Yeah. So, the eerie cling of death in the city lifted, and what had been a place of curious undeath now feeling more like it is actually a part of that cycle, one willing as opposed to the whims of the land. And there is a cheeriness in the appreciation of that process. The city of renewal has you to thank for ending its woes, as spirits of the past in all shapes and form will pass by with a glint, a smile, and a flicker of ghostly light.
Slay.
Slay.
We did that. We did that.
We did that.
We ate and left no crumbs.
I assume by the next day you will be moving on up the river.
Ew. No.
Yeah.
Well, the river
down
is
the river.
actually no. Given where you all are on the map currently.
Woo, map view.
Yes.
It's been so long since we've had
Oh,
that.
my
Oh,
God,
wow, it's
I
so
wanna
beautiful.
Just touch it. Oh my god,
So-
it's ultra wide now too. Oh.
I'm jealous.
Yep. So you will actually head up the river into this little crossroads town, and then you have a choice of either going to Palia or Falsavat on your way to Bears Bay.
Do we know anybody in either one of these towns?
Well, if anyone would like to give me a society... Well, actually, before we even give a society check, who would like to give a recap in order to pass around the hero point?
Who wrote stuff down?
I think I did.
Nice.
Get
me
that
too.
fucking hero point.
Give us.
Give me your book. We had some more catacombs times.
Yep.
And there was a bunch of sarcophagi.
Yep.
And one particularly big and also gave off bad vibes sarcophagi.
Yep.
And that was the one that, quote, carried the will of those who carry victory for the colony ship people that died.
Yep.
We all knew that.
and then we got attacked by ghosts. And
So many weird names for those ghosts.
Yeah. I bet they had interesting backstories, but we didn't find out. 'cause we
Cherekov,
just
first guard of the
beat
vigil.
them.
Teledon, vigilant hunter. Lupel, ardent merchant. Vivian, dutiful nurse. Yeah.
And then after we beat the ghosts, everybody got kind of assaulted except for me, with weird visions of their homes or other important places being destroyed in various different ways.
Yep.
And then we fucked off out of there because Tomb's creepy.
Yep.
And then Max found some more shit in his grandpa's board.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
And also, very importantly, Sandor is convinced Chemo's a bird.
Yes! I forgot about
so
that.
good.
Thank you.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
Alright, where's the hero point going?
I don't think we've given it to Max yet, so we'll give it to Max.
Yee.
Cool.
Yippee!
Alright.
Yippee.
So,
Thanks, bud.
yep. Just so I know, on the way, are you planning to go to Palia or Falsavat after your crossroads stop?
Can we roll society to see who, what, when,
Yes.
where, what?
Society, if you would like to recall. Society or
Skadoosh.
particular. Well, Rowan.
What was the other one? I want to roll.
There's a pertinent lore skill if you happen to have like a town lore.
Could I
Could you?
be a fucking goofy goober?
And roll cooking lore to know what kind of dishes are in those possible places going
you
forward.
know it, baby. You know it.
Yes.
Slay. You're the best.
How to tell Beans has
I
any
know
amount of
shit.
energy. They are
Leave-
interacting with the fact that their character is a cook again.
First of
Yes.
all, shut up. Second of all, it's because I bought groceries today, so I'm like not depressed about food anymore.
Yep. All right. Going from the bottom, Ikar, you know that at least each of those two towns, they are different in their own way with how the people sort of set things up. You know, Falsavat is a bit more utilitarian, Pavia is a bit more fanciful. Going down the list, we have 827. Chemo, you know, Falsavat is more rocky terrain and is inhabited by lizard folk. While Palia, Rowan, you would know this, is that you have to take a particular route in order to get into Palia because it is a hidden valley of flowers shrouded by fey illusion and is the home of the sprites.
Oh, is that? Oh,
Is that?
I remember this from season 1. Isn't it?
Same.
I know, right? Isn't that the flowers that we found? The blue flowers?
I
Was it a
think
field
some of them
flowers?
were slightly related to those, yes.
Slay. Okay, now
Yes.
me.
Yes, and with the cooking lore. Falsavat, you're definitely dealing with more dried meats, things that can be eaten while you work. While Palia is more known for its aperitif because a lot of the people are small and tiny.
Ooh.
So an aperitif for them is like a whole damn meal.
Gotcha. So it's little thingies on the platters at fancy events type.
Yeah. I mean, little things on platters is essentially like a whole damn meal because some of these sprites are only 1 foot tall.
Oh my god. Yeah. So while everyone else is sharing about like, oh yeah, this is that, Tandor's going absolutely fucking hyper focused on the different foods.
Yes.
So that everyone has a decision to make.
Well, y'all can figure out that decision of the where as we sort of figure out what's kind of going on in the next fun areas. So, with a bit of assistance from the barges and those who keep them, you are able to make your way northward on the rivers, moving out of the swamps and into the grasslands beyond, where rocky slopes make their steeples for the next set of the journey. Is there anything anyone would like to bring up after your brush with death and what may be faced in the venture ahead?
I think Chemo would want to ask the others about the ways in which in their visions their home was destroyed and if that had any significance or meaning to them. Like Tandor's was a giant wave, so is Tandor afraid of the ocean?
I'm not afraid of big water. But this was tall. And like tall big water coming towards and you know, like we're in the desert. That's crazy. Water shouldn't go out that far.
No, I mean, there's a mountainous terrain in the north of Bears Bay. I don't know of any volcanoes, however.
Yeah, mine appeared to be an earthquake or something similar, and that doesn't jive with any of my fears.
Yeah, you know, my whole thing was just general chaos. There was no one particular thing like the others.
And you like chaos.
I never said I liked chaos.
I thought you liked chaos.
No, you know, I dabble.
Oh. But not like this. Like this is like chaos. You know, you like you know, the haha stole your money out the pocket.
I would never tell someone that I stole their money out their pocket.
I didn't
Then you
say
would be a
you
horrible
said
thief.
it. Yeah, that would make you a bad thief.
Well,
Is thieving chaos?
Not really. It's stealing from those who have more than you, and therefore it's morally correct.
Okay. So chaos for you would be, haha, I put a grape in your shoe. Haha, it's wet now.
So when I used to put stink bombs on people in like traders' pockets that we didn't really like,
Yeah.
and then we'd make fun of them in the taverns because they'd be smelly.
Oh, you'll make fun of them of the taverns.
Exactly.
So that's chaos?
No, that was just me being a bit of a dick.
that sounds like chaos to me.
Oh,
But
It
the
sounds
dick
like
part.
chaos. I mean, for me, chaos is, haha, I changed your
Kind of a
shoelaces for
chaotic dick.
spaghetti. Yeah.
I think that's pretty low on the bar of chaotic things to do. I'm not out here just shooting people.
So then, was
Without
your
good
vision the most
reason,
chaotic
usually.
thing? Yeah? Or that you could imagine? Or
If you had to really press me on what the most chaotic thing that I could do is, I'm sure I could figure something out.
I mean, not the most chaotic thing you could do.
Like I've got
More
a lot of explosive and acidic materials here. I could do something with that.
But but with the vision.
Would you?
Well, I mean, it was just general everything going, sideways. It wasn't anything particular.
Nothing that you see
motions
here?
like turning the world to portrait mode.
Yep.
Sideways.
It's an expression. It's not literal.
Ah,
But it's
okay.
fitting. It works.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
Hema with that information.
Not helpful.
I will.
Not
I will
Well,
say,
yeah, duh.
as Rowan, she kind of. I think I picture her kind of at the front of the boat, kind of helping row, and she just kind of says, I think this feels. It gives us more reason to go to Bears Bay. I know we're there. We're going there after all. But it seems that we might be headed there to seek out the counsel of more than just my father at this point.
Do you have someone particular in mind?
You met her long ago.
Oh, this isn't gonna be one of those absolutely ancient crones, is it?
Don't call her crone to her face. That's all I will
Wouldn't
say.
recommend saying that to her.
No.
Look, if she's all wrinkled and sagging, then I'm gonna say it. That's just how I am.
Well, good luck to you, Max.
Yeah.
I've got sort of, a ruggish charm.
I wonder if it'll work on her. He's married to someone who's got that rugged charm, as you say. Something to think on.
Kind of like adjust his hat. Hey, there's a chance there.
Not in hell.
Eventually, the stream becomes a bit more calm and regulated as the signs of civilization build up once again. A myriad of homes points towering up to what to be a meeting of many paths. Here lies Ristice, the central crossroads. Would you all be stopping here for now, or taking the immediate road east through the savannah, or further up the river to take the next road for the grassland hills?
Do we need to stop here, or are we good to keep pressing on? Because I'm ready to press on. Yes.
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 Ready to go.
Yeah, but
Ready to go.
Are we pressing on to fucking the other place, or are we getting off here and taking the road?
Well, I did notice that Tendor seemed very excited about these dishes. Tendor, what did
Oh
anything
my
catch your
God.
attention besides
So-
all of it?
The lizard, they dried meat, and if you eat too much dried meat, it creates a blockade in you.
Oh, Icar
and
knows
don't
this.
Feel good.
Icar
yeah.
knows of this.
Yeah, it's just it'll fill you up.
I know of
and it
this.
Don't come
Ugh.
out.
Mm,
So, it depends on how you're feeling in your body.
I've been pretty regular for the past couple of weeks. I think we're all right wherever we go.
Guy
Okay.
can shit a brick.
Yep.
I
Ugh.
will fill you
Unfortunately.
all this dried meat, I'm saying. So, I would love to eat little pixie food, but I'm good with whatever anyone wants to. If you want to get off boat now, I'm okay.
So the consensus is pixies carrying on.
I guess I don't really give a shit.
Nor do I. As long as we get to Bears Bay sooner than later.
Well, maybe that's the
Hey.
problem. Apparently, if we eat too much dried meat, then we won't be able to give a shit. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Literal fun fact, that is how they tracked Lewis and Clark, because they were surviving off of dried meats. So they had to take mercury pills that were called thunderclappers. So they literally traced mercury deposits along like their pathway to find out where they went,
That's
because
crazy.
the only way they could shit is if they ate a fuckload of mercury to make them shit themselves. Like, that is a fact I did not need to know, and it's all I've been thinking about for 2.5 days.
Yeah, I just break open a thermometer sometimes and drink it.
Mm.
A
regular.
lot of weird history is all about the movement.
It really is. So much about history is shit.
Mm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well,
Sorry.
that's fine. After about 5 more days of travel, while plain to begin with, the world appears to open up after a shimmer passes your eyes. The landscape revealed for its true nature. A village hidden in a valley flowers all about. Fair folk of all manner flitting and riding about on small dogs that look like loaves of bread. This is Pelia, home of the sprites. Is there anything you do here before you move on your way?
Oh my god, I want to hang out with them.
Yeah, am I familiar with any of their art forms or anything like that of the sprites?
You can give me society, performance, art lore, or sprite lore. Performance. A lot of their art forms is more specifically like fine details, brash colors, ways to be able to, perform big while still being so small. It is all about projection, be it through illusions, pyrotechnics, dusts and powders. It is live big while being the size you are.
Incredible, I love it.
Are there just sprites here?
There's not only sprites, but the sprite folk do make the majority of the ancestries here. But you are getting like the myriad of all the different kinds of sprites. So you are getting your Drakesies, you're getting your Griggs, you're getting your Melixies, your Nyctera, and Pixies.
Amazing. How long have we been traveling since we hopped on boat?
5 days. Oh.
Since you've hopped on boat, it's been
Yeah,
let's see, it was 5 days of travel from Rest Ice, and it was another 2 days of travel from Victory's Vigil. So it's been 4 days of river travel and 4 days, well, and about 3 days of land travel.
Okay. I suggest we spend the night here, have great food, chill with the little dudes, see if we can, enjoy a nice, like, moment of respite kind of thing. Because this place fucks, and the food's gonna be off the chain. We're gonna have to eat a lot of it though, unfortunately. But you know, just have a quick little like fun moment, especially since Rowan is gonna have to deal with like something real dog ass soon. So yeah, if we have like a moment of like happiness, like maybe that will keep Rowan in good spirits.
What is that? What is
for
that?
the
What
trip.
does that look like? I want to see if like something that maybe Tandor suggests or something gets Rowan out, because she's literally, since bringing up having to go and see father to now, she's, I think without rolling any perception, especially Ikar will probably pick up on it, she's definitely been closed off.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Were there any particular sprite heritages that seem to have caught your interest, eye, or ear?
Who, me?
Well,
Or
for me, I just wanted to know if there was like, because like we have so many different sprites, you know, species and stuff here,
Yes.
and different ancestries and whatnot. There's gotta be some sort of cultural festival or holiday. Like these things, you know, when you have a very diverse group of people
Well,
in one
would
city,
you
it's
look
party,
at-
party, party.
Would you look at that? The night is actually a full moon tonight.
ooh,
We're gonna have a Saturnalia, baby.
It is actually
Is it actually Saturnalia?
Saturnalia. That's like the middle of fall, correct?
I think so. Yeah, it's the like
It's in
end of summer,
December.
early fall.
Wait.
Oh, it's December?
Not
December.
yeah.
In the Julian
not
calendar,
quite.
at the very least.
This one we're looking at like the second. We're looking at like the second month of fall. This is like the middle of fall. This is probably like
Oh, like Soin or something.
yeah, something like that.
So
But
it's
this
a
is sort of-
harvesty sort of thing.
It's more harvest and finally sort of breaking into things that had been harvested and had been, you know, fermenting or brewing or preserved since the previous year.
Buddy, we got Oktoberfest, we got Thanksgiving, we got the fucking just the peak
Yes.
pagan harvest.
Yes.
Yes,
Is it time to
baby.
bust out the
We're
bottomless
gonna
stein?
Mhm.
We're gonna see a burning effigy tonight.
All
I
right.
know
Well,
that.
let us show off the various types of sprites.
Yeah.
Hell
First-
yeah, yep.
First, we have our pixies.
Are they assholes?
These
Oh, yeah.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
These ones actually get up to about 3 feet tall.
Are they assholes? Is the question.
I mean,
sorry, are
any-
you treating an entire heritage like a monolith? That's
Wow.
and you guys called
second
me the
character
racist.
that was racist.
I didn't. Rowan didn't say that. This is me asking.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
so
why.
Adrian
Rowan did not
Frank
express
is-
that. This is
Adrian
Adri
okay.
racist.
So-
Yeah.
So not the
Pick
second
her answer.
character. Not the
I love how I
second
just was like,
character
Adri's the
that's
racist.
The first player to be racist.
Yeah.
Got it, okay.
The first racist player.
The pixies generally do have like a bit more attitude to them, but that's because they have a bit more weight to throw around in a literal sense.
I'm half elven. I know the attitude part.
Then we have the Griggs.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh my god, they're like, what if pixies were a centaur, but it's bugs?
Oh no.
These
he's
are
not.
the more musician folk. We have
hell
our Nyctera.
Oh my god.
Love me, fat boy. It's a great reference any of you can get. Don't worry about it.
And we have our Drakesea,
Oh,
Oh, that is so
who get their heritage a bit more from fairy dragons. And then we have our more gathery, crafty cookie folk, our Melixies.
Oh my gosh, she's so sad. Why?
No
she
one
is
to eat
very
the
sad.
cupcake.
What? We'll eat them all.
She wants she wants a third one, but she's out of hands to hold it.
She's
Mhm.
doing the why can't I hold all these limes? But it's,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
cupcakes and she's real fucked up about it.
So, what would you all be doing, and we'll see exactly how well
Romancing the
you
Grig.
are.
No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, though, man, why is he like, you know?
Don't try to
Fabio.
fuck the bug.
I'm not trying to fuck the bug. I did that last fucking campaign.
I think you tried to stay away from fucking a bug in that last little thing.
Oh no,
No,
I,
they were
I
willing
begged
to
the
do it.
spider lady
Yeah.
as Matt Berry as fucking bees kid.
Arachnids and bug are different.
Okay, fucking.
Listen, same
Date night,
difference.
bro.
Yeah. Look,
Alright.
I'd fuck a spider, but I wouldn't fuck a bug. Come on.
Yeah,
you
have some
were-
standards.
You were very much creeped out by the Circe.
Me?
Yes, you.
No, the Beeman's kid that I played, the bard.
Yeah.
I fucked
They were
spider
not.
lady.
Yeah, they were
Man.
super flirtatious with the spider thing.
No, I'm talking about not the Anadi. I'm talking about the Circe, the
Oh.
other bug.
Yeah, I was not big on them. But I was fine with anything that is fuckable. I think that character presented.
Uh-huh.
And why that like bug pixie kind of though?
How big are
Of course.
they?
Oh,
They-
why are you trying to find out?
No, I just want to know how big they are.
Hey yo.
All of them, not just the no.
'cause, like, how big are they though?
Yeah,
You know
like,
what I'm
go
saying?
on, let me know
You
how big the Greek are.
come on. You know what they say? Bigger
just-
than 6 legs.
Rowan just went ham on the bottomless stein. Let's go. No, I'm just
Fucked up. But how big are they though? No, cause like how big? Like I mean, you know, like bigger than a bread box?
Go
There you
on, Rocky.
1 to 2 feet.
Cool.
I can
So they're
make
not
that
like
work.
tiny. I can make that
That is-
work.
That's somebody's fetish.
That is
Not
technically
mine.
tiny size.
Is there anybody of significance that you want us to meet here, or
No,
because you
this
gave
is,
us the
this-
option of moving through? But yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Hell
If we
no, we're
if we
doing
have
party.
if we have a party, I guess Rowan will
Yeah.
loosen up a bit.
All right.
with the
Well,
festivities.
how would you participate in the party, and what skill check are you going to give to me for that party to see exactly how much attention you gain, or how wasted you do or do not get?
To get in, you know, to make sure we can get like the VIP wristbands or whatever, to make
Yeah.
sure we see the burning effigy, to get into the fucking, you know, the cool roped off areas and whatnot. I'm gonna hang out with the bee lady,
Yes.
people. I don't know, because they're like crafty cookie types, right?
They're crafty cookies. They're dealing a lot with preservation of food via honey, sugars, a lot of mead and flowers sort of situation.
Yeah, I want to show up to where, like, I'm sure there has to be like some big like catering area for the upcoming feast
Mhm.
party, you know,
Mhm.
that's gonna happen.
Yes.
And just basically open up my pack, pull out like my cooking gear, have my walking cauldron, and just be like, all right, where do I go? Kind of like that energy, that attitude, and just basically be like, yes, chef. Anything you need, chef. I'll help you, chef.
Big person energy. Okay. Thankfully, such help is always enjoyed. For that, I will be needing a cooking check to see exactly how well you do get enamored into this particular situation.
Big money. Big money. Hell yeah.
26. That will actually get you in relatively decently overall. So it's not going to be like front row, but this is sort of like, you know, you get good priority.
Yeah, I'm making sure that I'm helping out around, so that way they know that we're not just here to take their shit. Like,
Yeah.
we're earning our keep, or at least I'm
Yeah.
covering for everyone else who's
Yeah.
definitely going to eat them out of house and home.
Yeah, thankfully you are able to, you are actually tall enough and sturdy enough that you are an easy pass-through point for all of the various other sprite folk who are riding on the backs of corgis to deliver the various things across town.
I'm also really helpful with like lifting things that would probably be way too heavy for the rest of them. And
Yep.
I love that they're like,
Mhm.
help, this potato's too big. And I'm like, I can hold 100 of these.
Yeah, so instead of needing, you know, 2 or 3 to a job, you are able to get assigned to like a whole big thing easy.
Yeah, so I love that. I just love the idea of big giant Tandor being like, yes, chef, anything you want, chef, and just waving my friends through, kind of.
How do I use the bottomless stein? Do I have to fill it up first, or does it just like poof? Mead.
The stein kind of always keeps a certain sort in it, I believe. Leave me a second here via the item description. Yes, it is always filled to the brim with delicious ale.
Okay, I want Rowan to be drinking ale and following Tandor around, just watching, entertained thoroughly.
Okay, cool. You can give me a fortitude save then.
All right. Fail. No. I want Rowan to get
No,
obliterated
you
with
look
drunk.
bad.
Okay, let's see. Versus. What are we looking at here? Funny item, level 2.
Let me know if I
Okay.
need to re-roll more. Worse. I need a worse roll.
So thankfully you are not getting totally sloshed from it, but a decent good buzz. Hold on, actually, because uncommon, that adds a +1, so that is a literal fail by 1, which is hilarious.
I want Rowan to like hood thrown back, just kind of like sat on like I don't know, like a fallen over log or something, just feet kind of just kicking a little bit, and she's like kind of sipping, throwing it back, watching.
Yeah, so this is like a good buzz that will sort of go through. It's not like an epic failure, so you will have a good time via that all the way. So, between Beeman, Riley, Ravis, what are we seeing with Icar Max, and Emo?
You know, I'm gonna guess, Chemo, that you're gonna go fucking talk to these losers about, I say losers, I'm being quite negative off the bat. I'm sure they're fine, but you're probably gonna go talk to them about, like, Arden stuff.
You know me well, and maybe it'd be good for you to come along so you aren't so negative all
Hey,
the time.
Icar, do you wanna get fucked up?
There we go.
Emo is visibly crestfallen.
Is everybody kind of like in the same area with Tandor and Rowan as well, or?
I mean, I started helping out as soon as we pulled up.
Mhm.
Like, I'm assuming we showed up during the daytime.
Yeah.
So I'm like throughout the day, I'm helping them prepare food, and the plan is that when it gets to like evening time, that we're all gonna be doing all sorts of shit.
Well, I'm just curious because
like,
I
I'm
want
not
Rowan
working
to.
throughout the night.
I want Rowan to like bust out laughing and then just like beat red, just like oop, if she heard that conversation. But then it's like, listen, we can enjoy the view, the festivities, Chemo, here with ale, more ale. I have endless supply.
Icar and me want to enjoy the mystical things of their alcohol.
Yeah, we've
Wait.
had ale. We
With-
wanna see what
with
they
this
got.
particular
We've had
ale?
We haven't had fairy liquor. At least I haven't.
Ooh, nor have I.
And you Sprite sort of floats by. Liquor barely knew her.
I was gonna make that joke.
Hey.
Chemo writes that down.
Man, I just had this weird urge to pull out my gun. That was weird.
Oh no! Here, have some of this ale. There's enough to go around. Maybe we could find some fairy liquor. Until then, endless supplies on me.
I'm waiting for the main event.
Suit yourself. Just throws another one back. Full.
Good lord.
Since we're
Chemo, maybe next time. Maybe the next place that we visit, I'll come with you to look for some art or some whatever.
Oh my god, we're gonna end up in like a place of like ultra snooty high elves.
I guess
and
we're going
it's
to
just gonna
the.
be a bunch of fucking pale, sickly, fucking anemic looking people standing around, just, like barely moving and saying like 3 words, and like at this world's slowest pace. And there's one person in the corner like barely strumming a lyre, and Chemo's gonna be full sobbing
Mm-hmm.
at the beauty of it all. Like, just,
At the
oh my god, this is art. And it's just like all I can picture is like Brennan Lee Mulligan's impression of high elves, just being like, As the moonlight strikes upon your withering aged face. And it's just chemo going, oh my god, bravo! Just Max fully like in a coma. Just due to how bored he is.
Just full Yamcha pose on the ground.
Yeah.
This is deeply offensive. This is
I love it.
So what skill checks are y'all wanting to throw at me, y'all three?
I'm just drinking.
Drinking, that's fortitude then.
What are you drinking though? What did you seek out?
Well,
Berry
he's
liquor.
berry liquor. Well, you're looking at a lot of highly sweet mead. We're talking like the stuff that tastes like candy and really doesn't taste like it should be a drink at all.
Oof.
It, you know,
Oh,
cocktail.
Mad Dog stuff. Oh, Kimo.
I want
They
to
don't-
see
they don't
Kivo
like
drunk.
shit.
Yeah, they don't. They
Chemo's
just
coming
don't
up with
get
his
it here.
poems, and then
So-
they're
Yeah.
like, "Shut up! Here's one. There once was a man from Nantucket."
Now, while drinking, I'm gonna find a couple of the tougher-looking Nicteras and Drexies and regale them with tales of work.
Yeah.
Tales of
So-
Work, that is a performance check as well. Or mercenary lore, perfect. Speaking of, there are hero points available if you are not satisfied with that, Travis.
Oh no, I'm absolutely satisfied with it. But I was not rolling for my own performance. I was looking to try to find the best of their performers. And so in my head, so Chemo's not familiar with their art form.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Chemo,
Yes.
what you are finding here is a puppet show. Except,
Incredible.
except, we're talking like, small, it's like a small theater stage. It's like the Globe. It is like Shakespeare's The Globe, except it is miniaturized. And all of the, small pixies and all of that, they are not using puppets. They have like little bits of makeup and drawing over joints and everything else to give themselves the appearance of puppets.
Oh my god.
Oh
And
my
they
God,
are
they're the
doing
Lion King, but they're all bugs. Sorry, Lion King Broadway show.
I want to see this too. Holy shit.
and it is and what you're getting is more like a retelling of like some like history and just general town lore from this air quotes puppet show.
Incredible. and he is Chemo. I feel like he does not understand the art form of like what it is that they're trying to do, but is assuming that just means he needs to immerse himself further.
Yes,
So it's not that what they're doing is bad. He's just assuming he doesn't get it.
Yeah. As we sort of like turn the camera around to look over like Chemo's shoulder, you're seeing like pixies with sparklers, illusions that follow along, fireworks that are like a dazzling bit of many colors, and even like wink or move with some of the faces that they do. But that's all not seen behind.
Yeah,
We
there's
have
like a
puppet
pixie Shakira putting on like the performance of a lifetime. There's just like so much happening. And there's
there's
Chemo at like basically the Wiggles.
I don't get it.
There's a 1 foot tall left shark somewhere.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm
That's great.
so in love with this. He's just like fingers steepled over his mouth and just going
Hmm.
fascinating.
Oh
Well-
no. He is writing a lot.
Yes. Well, to go sort of the mercenary lore, you're seeing a lot more with the Nicteras and the Drakeses are very interested in your more brave-sided and sort of your adventures, and they sort of in some cases if you're telling, they'll even like start doing like little mock battles and acting out of things via illusions or some of their own little weaponry that they have, that relatively small as it is. And Max is doing just fine because apparently a little part of your heritage has given you a bit of an iron gut against this particular sort of brew. So, it's good drinking. You're not getting a buzz from it, not until way, 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 way late with a 32.
I hate being related to dragons.
I think it's pretty cool, actually.
And there would be
Shut up,
definitely
Rowan, you're drunk.
and there would be sort of good fun throughout the evening, and by the time that the evening does come around and the more festivities start to kick up a bit more, you do have a lot more prime seating that would be near sort of like where all of the food would be served. So that's like being able to get to sort of the common folk where certain food is served en masse, but some of the more like high-end food you'd be able to do like some interesting meet and greets with some more, prestigious performers and all that. Overall, quite a wonderful, wonderful time. But eventually the next day would come, and I am more than sure that, well, Max, you would have a headache. A hell of a headache the next day, but it was manageable. You just did not feel it the night before. Rowan, you feel that same headache beyond reason. And with Ikar and Tandor, still feeling a little wild and still feeling a little aloof from sort of what food and drink was partaken. And Chemo, probably more than likely, still looking over the
Ruminating.
intricacies, ruminating on what was seen, trying to figure out what he could have missed with that particular art form.
I'm actually kind of offended that you've written so many notes here, but you weren't writing nearly as many when we were over at my hometown.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, it's
Oh.
because I've not seen anything like this before.
That is an insult to the crafters.
No, I greatly appreciate the crafters. It's just that I've seen plenty of it, so I have a good understanding of it. But this was a completely new art form. Little baffling, if I'm being honest. I know we have places to go, but would anybody like to stay so I could learn from these guys a couple days?
No, I think we need to leave. Rowan
We could leave you
kind
here.
of made advances on tiny Bugman
What?
and
What?
and
Wait.
his wife.
I wasn't that far gone, was I? No.
Mm.
No.
Mm.
Rowan
Am
does
I
seem a little
gaslighting?
more relaxed, by the way. She does seem more
His
relaxed.
wife's kind of cute.
Yes, let's go. Let's go. We're going.
Okay, one question real quick. Is there anything that I could have learned recipe-wise from the Pixies?
That is a very good question.
Or like maybe, like alchemical even?
Let's see. Let me pull open here.
As
I'm
we're
not above learning how to
journeying,
do a firework.
Hmm.
as we're journeying along, like walking and everything, Chemo's like picking up little sticks and trying to like tie them to his arms and elbows to replicate what he saw them, and is just not getting it.
Oh my god, you're so dumb.
So this will be an interesting callback. How much do you know about your tinderbox?
I feel like I know a decent amount. Like I know the different smokes create different flavors.
Yes, but do you know which ones are which?
I don't think we nailed down. Hold on, I can check my nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Black tinder creates a charcoal smoke flavor. That's all I wrote down so far.
What you have been told is 3 more of what the smokes are, because that is what you were mostly using for the cooking while you were there.
Oh my god.
You have learned that yellow is for citrus, violet is for spice, and magenta for sweet.
So we got citrus flavor, spice flavor, and sweet flavor.
Yes.
God. That's amazing. That is huge, gang. Hey gang, that's huge.
You got some flavor.
We're gonna fuck it up.
Yep.
We're gonna fuck it up. We're gonna fuck up some food, gang.
Yeah, like Rowan was gonna fuck up that marriage.
What? This is not canon. This is not canon.
Lie. Okay, so she was hitting on the guy,
No, this is not canon.
but the girl was into that.
Oh, it was one of those.
They wanted to
we
fuck
were-
me.
We were looking across
No.
the room and we really liked your vibe, kind of situation.
Yes,
No, I
they
think
were
it
into
was-
me. They
I
were trying to
think-
invite me home.
She
I
was
couldn't.
into Rowan with husband, not her. You know what I mean? Like she's
Whatever it
the
was.
peering through
Oh,
the,
Whatever
yeah,
it
the-
was, I.
It was the seat in the room, kind of like.
yeah, she'd sit in
yeah.
the chair at the other side of the room, watching the whole
Rowan's like
thing.
clutching the air right now, just like no.
The energy
Feel-
I was getting at, you weren't picking up on it, but like they were into you.
Fields are laying before you as you watch out the back of the wagon. The road is well traveled and the air is smelling much more clean and fresh than your previous trips. For some, it may feel like a relief, others, it may be a new world, and at least for one, it smells like home. But as you are passing by hills, you are hearing conversation from the front of the wagon. And you are hearing two distinct voices. One from the companion you know, and another, not quite. From the first, like, you actually, conversation is a bit of a stretch. You hear clucking. Clucking, barking, and other animal noises.
Am I still drunk or am I hallucinating? What is happening?
I immediately start looking for chemo.
Chemo is in the back, and there are no feathers.
Just twigs
Chemo,
tied
Can
around
you
him.
understand this?
Me?
Yeah, can you understand what the bird's saying?
No, I don't speak bird.
Eyes narrow. Mm-hmm.
At least not very well.
Eyes go wide. Just like, mm-hmm. That's all Tandor's interest. Like, it starts and ends with chemo
Yep.
bird.
And just to give a bit of a hint about what this kind of sounds like, it's sort of more of a
Oh my god, it's the robot dog.
It's the
Chemo's
robot
just
dog.
like-
It's the robot dog.
Fucking Charlie Brown parents.
No, he's speaking wisdom.
Hada, hada, gaka, ba, ba.
What's happening? Can we look? I want to look. What's happening? Who is this?
you
Yeah, I'm looking
could
over the front.
you could pull the little curtain that sort of shows out to the front, and you see that it is indeed Skipper, who is sort of making these sort of bird noises, looking over to one side as they're driving the cart. But you see, standing about as big as the cart, their head looking over as they are responding in kind. As I do find the NPC thingy, where? There it is, NPCs.
Oh my god. Big fuck off chicken.
Chicken. I was gonna say that. That's
Who
Harry
dat?
and Toad.
Is that Harry?
Harry and Toaded.
No, that is not Harry yet, but eventually upon seeing your heads pop up, Skipper was like, oh, this is a bit of a... They were heading our way, and we happened to be a little bit of a similar sort. Just slightly different in, motions, build, and function. And there will be a bit of a talk of the head as... Well, introduce yourself.
Yeah, chemo, introduce yourself.
Chemo just kind of like pokes his head out, and just like a very large toothy smile of this fox at this chicken.
And there is, you see that primal feathers kind of go up in alarm for a moment.
Oh, it's okay. He's
so
a
he-
bird.
So from the outside, you're looking at this cart. You see a fox poke its head out and start to scare a chicken. The fox pops back in, and then an elf man's head pops out and waves over to the chicken. Hello.
Is that fox still in there?
No, I shot him.
I didn't hear a shot.
I'm very quiet.
How
You're
you'll
not
ha-
quiet. What happened?
He's
Huh?
lying.
No, this would have to be deeply confusing for Skipper because he's never met Vithalion.
Yes, just like
Change your icon for me, Travis.
Travis.
Sorry.
Please and thank you. I was
sorry
beans.
that I was
Wow.
sorry that
Damn.
I was into the character. Also, it's
Yeah,
not letting me.
Travis.
Sorry
What the
that
fuck?
Travis was really in depth with his role play.
Oh my.
Calm down.
Um,
Damn, how the tables have turned. Turntables.
but yeah, Vithalion would poke his head out and wave at the chicken and say, "Hello."
Oh, you'll have to excuse me. It's still a slight it's an old habit. When I was a chick, I was chased by foxes a fair amount. Even though I'm supposed to be a Grat Talon and all that.
Well, I promise I'm not going to try to eat you. Can I be myself again?
Yes, the initial shock is over.
And again, back into the cabin. Back at Foxconn comes out. Nice to meet you. I'm Chemo.
Pleasure. Henriette.
Oh.
Good pun. Good pun. Basically, like, I think Tandor watched Chemo pop in, or pop out, pop back in, poof, Vithalion, pop out, pop back in, poof, Chemo, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening here?
Which for you guys, by the way, you would just see puffs of smoke every time you did it.
Just
I need to get out of this cards right now. It's smoky.
I'm just like, what
Mhm.
the hell is happening out there? And then now big toothy vacuous look of hyena popping out
Mm.
and just like, what the heck? Hello.
It's a big chicken.
They're not going to eat you
Hello,
either, by
big
the way.
chicken.
I'm not.
Igor. No.
Say that again, you little worm, and I will claw your eyes out
Ooh.
myself.
He's
I like
harmless.
her.
I don't see any other little green worms here.
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God,
You
she's
could be
quoting
colorblind.
Taxi Driver.
If I'm colorblind, then you're looking like a tasty little snack lizard.
Hey, you see,
Tandor's
look,
snapping,
just go
just
ahead
like,
and look
"Yeah."
behind you. You see that cloud? That's an omen that I'm here. You know what it looks like a gun?
I literally grab Max's head, like I palm it like a basketball, and just shove it to the back of the fucking car. Just like, shut up. Just I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you don't fucking want it with me.
He's
But
the smaller the body, the more condensed the anger.
Ika, we can take him.
We could absolutely take them.
I'm sorry, the smaller the what?
The smaller the body.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone has anger level, and in tall people, very diluted. But bring down, it compress.
I've
Yeah,
seen that with many dogs.
He
Yes.
talks scary, but he's a softy on the inside.
Oh,
No,
my
he's
trigger
not a
finger's
softie.
itching.
Oh, everyone is a softie on the inside after you get through the skin.
Ah, I like you. You're wonderful. Henrietta?
Henriette, no A.
Ah, my bad. That's my accent.
Do not worry. It's we keep passing down H names through the family here.
I love that.
Hello? Does Rowan recognize the H family thing?
Hearing upon that, it does ping in your mind that there was previously, albeit not quite as hen-looking, you did know of an awakened grass talon known as Harry.
Any
Or-
relation to Harry? Well, of course, H names.
Harold was my grandfather.
Oh. I knew your
my God.
grandfather? Question mark. Heard
Well, you've got
stories
the-
of.
You've got the pointy ears, so it makes sense that you would know him.
Who else do you know that has pointy ears?
Well, sort of gives a little shake of the neck, and the bag sort of. I'm a courier. I happen to pass messages along, and I was going to be passing along some particular letters and information into the bay. So I was just moving along, and I happened to see your friend here, and an awakened knows an awakened.
You said you were heading to the bay?
Yes.
That's where we're going.
Well, then I can stride along with. I'm good on my feet.
You are welcome to join us.
Well, your cart's a little small.
The two small ones can get out. You can get.
Yeah, I'd fucking
Parts
milk
not
him.
small, you're a little big.
Uh,
You could use the run, honestly.
Oh,
I need the fresh air.
Go on, get.
I need
Go
to
on,
cool
get.
down.
But yes, it's sort of a bit of a service that my family has been done every sort of generation. Sort of one of our first clutch always happens to awaken and carry on being a courier. It sort of happened a little bit late after, way long ago, after the first clutch with our ancestor who stood at the bay, Harriet.
Big smile from Rowan. Mm.
And there was Harriet, then there was Henry, then there was Hobart, then Harold, and then my mother Henrietta, and then me.
It is illegal to ask for whose mail you send. Wait, hold on. Rewind. So then surely you know of the people who reside there, yes?
Oh, a
Of
few,
course.
yes.
Of course.
I deliver letters personally sometimes.
Hmm. I've sent a letter
Usually
or two.
it's mostly. Really?
Hmm.
I might have seen your name. I do know how to read.
It's Rowan. Rowan Yamri.
Oh, I deliver your letters sometimes to the tree.
Hmm. It's been a little while.
Oh, it has been. I
Emo
haven't
looks
delivered
at
one of
Rowan.
those.
And very quietly, you write letters to a tree?
I haven't delivered one of those letters since I was little. Oh,
Kimo, I don't write letters to a tree. They go to the tree.
Kimo, do you live in a tree?
it's technically two trees, but that's a whole different matter.
It's been a while. I've
Double
not been.
tree?
I've not been to Bears Bay
Double
in
tree.
a century. Two whole trees, in fact.
You know, I'm working through my unbridled rage at the moment, but did you say your last name was Yamri?
Yelmri. Yelmri.
Yamri.
Yeah.
Omri.
Yelmri.
What kind of a last name is that?
What kind of a name is Max Max?
I mean,
Rude.
hey, yeah, you've been traveling with me this whole time and you haven't even asked until right now.
If my draconic is right, it means biggest.
Oh.
Well, it's not biggest, but
Loud
it's
cackling is now emitting from
Wait.
the caravan. Just
Yeah.
a hyena
less-
loud.
it's
Just
less literal. It's more.
It is mixed with fox yelps. Fully on the
biggest
floor.
is just cackling. Just
Fully on the
like-
floor, laughing.
We're both
You know,
like
it's
wiping tears out
in
of our eyes.
in more of a less literal sense.
Mm.
And then that makes me laugh even harder.
See, now I feel
Any
better
relate-
about my last name.
And any relation to Felis Maximus?
No, I stole the last name Maximus after I won it in a bet.
What?
Yeah, you clearly don't know anything about kobold culture. We like have like names that change all the time.
Hold on,
Clearly, I
hold on,
don't,
real
but
quick. It's just,
I'm intrigued.
is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
He has a family name, but he has two Maximuses in his name.
Because he's a fucking asshole. I wouldn't be surprised if Max literally fucking tracked down someone with the last name Maximus and cheated
Just
to
to do
get
it.
that last name.
He very well could have.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna be big, and that's me, little Trump lizard over here.
This is the biggest you've ever seen.
I am the
You'd never believe it.
biggest lizard in the entire
You've
world.
never seen. You've never seen a bigger than this.
There's the
Let me
meme
tell
right
you.
there.
Says he has
There's the
biggest
meme.
lizard. That is just
There's the
wrong.
session meme.
I'm stepping out the fucking cart.
I thought you already went for fresh air. That's what you get for making fun of my last name. Anyway,
So sorry. This is so off the rails.
I don't know how well. I know how mail works, but do you have anything in there for Hewen? Hewen?
You don't even know your fucking
I
father's
I said
name.
Hewen with an F, and I realized it as I said it. Hewen. Hewen. Do you have any mail for Hewen?
I sometimes get sort of like immediate mail from Bear's Bay to send to the tree, but not directly to that route. That's not my route. I sort of more run this path between here and Falsavant.
Ah, no, yes, that wouldn't be the route. Mm.
At this point, if nobody else has anything to talk to the chicken about, I know, ooh, green talent, at this point, like right after Adrian or Rowan says, like, you know, that little bit that's like, there's supposed to be a moment that hangs in the air, and Tandor pushes up to the front, sits down, like squeezes in between our carriage driver and the little dog, and it's just like, so anyway, so I have so many questions. Number one, do you like seed?
I find grains to be of particular good to my health. I really like chicken, though.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Wait, are we
Okay.
not gonna address this
Is that
chicken
not
eating chicken?
cannibalism?
Yes, this is what I was about to ask.
Well, I'm not a chicken. I'm a grass talon.
Birds eat birds all the time.
Mhm.
Which he says that like close to Tandor.
Tandor's ears rotate back to like pick up
Airplane
on that,
ears.
and like just goes full like 1,000-yard stare processing this, and then slowly turns and goes, no, I'm focused in on the bird right now. I don't have time for the other bird. It's just like, okay, so you like chicken, you like grains. Okay, I got good idea. When we make for camp, if you want to hang out, I will make you food. Next up, question: can you tell if somebody else is a bird? Like, I'm whispering that, but like obviously everyone can hear it because Tandor has no idea how to be normal social.
Can I, real quick,
too.
And I like make sure I am behind Tandor so they can't see me, and am like nodding emphatically to try to get Henriette to say yes.
Don't worry, I failed the perception check automatically. I choose to fail that.
That's fine. Henriette sort of will see this and just sort of not understanding the whole dynamic here. It's like, sort of. I mean, I mean, the best I know is when you're not looking at a bird. I know that you can tell a man is a featherless biped.
Ha, Diogenes, nice.
But with a bird, usually there are talons, wings, feathers, and a distinct lack of external bits that a lot of you other standers happen to do.
Okay. What if, hear me out, okay? What if this bird is disguised as a fox? Again, loud enough for everyone to hear.
And there's like, almost a super secretive sort of leaning in. You can't hide a cloaca.
What's a cloaca?
And then there's just, like a sage nod and sort of a clacking of the beak.
I need, and like at this point is crawling over Robot Dog, like leaning so far over the edge to like try and whisper to this bird.
At present, there is no Robot Dog in separate form. Robot Dog is engine form right now and is driving the cart.
Oh, we're in
so
a
I'm
robot
climbing
car.
over the otter.
Yes.
All right, I'm like fully like zero sense of like personal space. Just like went from sitting next to you to like climbing over as they're trying to pay attention to the road. Just be like,
yep.
So okay, cause like I think that Chemo there, I think he's a bird, and he's hiding it. He's disguised. So I was wondering if you could help me find out if he's a bird, cause I think he is.
Emo doing everything in his power without words to try to signal to say yes, and like pointing at himself, like yes, please.
And there's sort of, just like, usually if you want to really know if someone else is a bird, is you offer them blue or yellow.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. Thank you so much. Last question. If I fall off of this cart, could you help me back up?
I have a saddle.
Fantastic. I am going to try to climb back in very stealthily.
Please
I will
fall.
not be climbing back in very stealthily. I'm going to try and crawl back the way I came. And just like back my ass up directly into Chemo's face, basically. Hey, Chemo! I have something for you. Let me see what I got here. Shit, I don't have things, really. Is the chalk white?
Is the chalk white?
Yeah, the chalk in my bag.
Yes.
Shit. Okay. Ingredients.
I
have
gotta go potty real
ingredients.
quick.
Yeah, you do that. Do I happen to have some sort of yellow, like maybe a turmeric or something?
You probably do have something.
Okay, I have some sort of yellow spice because blue is hard to do. I basically take the turmeric and rub it over the chalk and just go, look. That's it. Just puts it on, like rubs it in so it's like a nice bright yellow piece of chalk now. Put it in my hand and just hold it out to him and just, look.
Emo doesn't say anything. He just begins to stare intensely at the yellow and like is following it with his eyes. As if mesmerized.
Tandor just goes, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Do you want to have it?
Yes, please.
Here you go." And he just hands it like frightened.
Snatches it. Like very quickly. And just sits down and is just staring at it.
Oh boy.
I run up to the front of the cart again and climb over the poor otter and just go, "Oh my god, I think he's a bird. I think he's a bird. So you don't have to worry about him, being a fox, because I think he has feathers hidden under the fur.
Did he... What did you do?
I gave him yellow.
Oh, that's not good. Yellow is bad.
Oh no!" And I run back into the cart, tackle
Yes.
Chemo, rip it out of his hands, and go, "No! You can't have it!" I'm assuming this goes on for the rest of the fucking trip.
Yes, in some fashion, form, or another. Let's see. For like another 3 days.
Just like getting bad information about birds from the bird, and then testing it out on Chemo, and then being like,
Yes.
"Oh my god, no, you can't have that. It kills
Mhm.
birds."
Yes. Well, a calm washes over every stone, every tree, and every step of this place. It brings a sense that there is no limit here, and there is unseen magic in the air. A myriad of folk make the hustle and bustle of this town.
Where are
the
we?
soft
We're at Bear's
You're,
Bay.
you're at Bear's Bay.
Wow.
Give me a moment to keep talking.
I'm sorry, I just got back. I'm sorry, it looks crazy different.
God.
I'm sorry. Fucking A.
It's been 100 years, Adrian.
It's season 2. There's a different artistic director, okay?
The soft shadows of clouds shade below, a minuscule ivory shape high above, creating trails as it makes its own way on some unknown errand. Welcome to Bear's Bay, where that one wishes can be grasped with your whole heart. The city of dreams is open to all.
Hell yeah.
Eventually, Henriette will sort of part ways, having to go on their courier duties. And I assume you'll be heading to the nearest drinking establishment.
That is a fair assumption, sir.
Sure.
Well, there is one particular assumption where you get a little bit closer to the river. And here we go. Lanterns brighten the interior of the once brewery, now converted into a full-blown on-site tavern. Drinks of all sorts, from all-time favorites to limited-time runs, are available on tap in bottles and to take home in mugs crafted by locally sourced artisans. All in all, it is a friendly place to gather, a place to rest, recover, and learn some new things about one another or those around. Legends tell of the founders making their starts here and returning when all is done, made more so by the more prominent, by a portrait of that original party hung over at a particular table. While there is a beck and call of drinks to be served and other orders to be taken, there is a single voice that does call out to one. Well now, if it isn't my no-good wanderer of a niece. You should have written if you were coming back this way.
Rowan slowly hides behind Tandor.
We have...
Oh my god.
Amelia.
It's Amelia. I remember you.
And you have so many friends with you this time around.
Rowan pokes her head out. I am sorry that I haven't written on DM me. But so sorry.
Oh, come now, come. Let's get a table. I know James is already scouting one out for us. At the mention of the name James, there is a small fox that pokes its head over a table and makes a single yap.
Chemo returns one right back at him.
Yeah, Chemo does that a lot too.
Yeah,
When you
get
do
ready
have
to
a-
yap he's gonna yap your head off, Amelia, okay? So be ready.
And curiously enough, the fox has glasses on it, dark glasses. oddly.
Hey, what?
Somehow,
James does?
yes, James the fox somehow has
He's awoken? Is that what's going on here?
no, he's just the
He just has
familiar
glasses?
is wearing sunglasses.
Okay. So he's got the... Are they the same as Kimo's?
No, different. They're much smaller.
Mm.
It's very much for the reference effect.
Yes, it is for the reference effect. Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Rowan's still gonna question it. Why?
Because he looks good in it.
He does look quite nice, but...
I'm
you
an
know,
appreciator of style.
obviously.
Come, sit.
Hmm. Before they sit, by the way, Rowan's gonna reach out and bring her in for a hug.
Yep.
And touch her
Definitely
forehead to
a
hers
hug.
real quick
Yep.
before sitting down.
I was surprised that I would probably be the one to see you first. It looks like you just got in.
I did. We did. The one to see me first. I don't think anyone was expecting me.
There is always someone expecting you here.
Her
Rowan
face kind
dear.
of gets a little red. I know. I've been busy, right, Igor? We've been busy, yes?
Ikar, that little smudge. I remember when you first came to the schools. All those years ago.
Was long ago.
When I was still teaching.
Hmm.
Yes, I remember. I'll stand up and I'll lean forward for a hug as well.
You'll have to sort of, squat down for one.
Well,
She's used
I
to.
need to hop up on the table.
She's used to shorter men. Come on now. Oh. Would we have met Doran? They bother.
No.
Rip.
Halflings don't live that long.
I cry every time.
Mm.
So, what have you been getting into these days? It's been what, almost a century.
Business is what I've been to mostly these days and ages. Getting reports, a little bit of scries, making sure that we can essentially have a shop in nearly every town, albeit, supply is a bit tougher depending upon where we're going.
Shops in
You've
every
prob-
towns, yeah? She kind of side eyes Max. What are they called?
I'm pretty sure you should be familiar and
Ah.
you should know them.
What are they called? If I know them.
Eclectic M's.
Rowan just kind of wonders if Max has stolen anything. She wants to know just for shits and giggles, but later.
What are you giving me the side eye for, Rowan?
No reason. I know that you are
I'm an appreciator
connoisseur-
of
yes.
business.
exactly. That's why I gave you the side eye. He does appreciate. Yeah, he does. Rowan seems like she kind of wants to talk around, bringing it up the point as to why they're there. So she's like tapping her leg. Her leg is so.
Oh, I
like,
didn't introduce myself. Maximus. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ah, greatest of greats. That's always a good one to know.
Literally cackling again.
Chemo's trying to keep it together, and it's not doing great.
Rowan snickers. This is my Aunt Amelia.
Hello,
Pleasure.
my name is Tandor.
Best
Sorry, I'm
cooking
gonna sprinkle.
that I've ever come across.
And there's sort of like a bit of a pause, and she sort of brings up a finger to sort of tap at her lips for a moment. And then you hear in Kolo, directly to Tandor, I happen to remember you must know a few folk. You've got a bit of a particular build. Would you be related to Shadowfang in any capacity?
Oh my god, yes. I am related to Shadowfang. Shadowfang, my great grandmother?
Yes, great grandmother.
That's my great grandmother. How do you know?
I adventured with her about a century ago.
That is so wild. Oh my gosh, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, that's. I've heard tales of my great grandmother's adventures, and I heard of an M, but I didn't put the two together. Oh my gosh, it just shakes the heck out of Amelia's hand.
Yeah, and there's sort of a bit of a smile, though there's a bit of a look to the. It's a shame what did happen to her, though.
Yeah. My grandmother never really recovered from that. But I've heard very great things about you and how you helped her. So, thank you again. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
Oh yes, we introduced him to her, didn't we?
You did. Oh, they were so in love. That's oh. Well, it's fantastic to meet you, and God, you speak the Kola tongue so beautifully.
And she sort of gives a little wiggle of the fingers. I do cheat a little bit at times.
Ah, gotcha. Taps the temple like, I got you. That's fine.
I know that we don't know the language, but I kind of
Yes.
want to see if, like, by rolling a perception to see if this is. Rowan knows the tales as well, and she knew that if they were to see any family, that Tandor would definitely be recognized. So can I tell by the how they're speaking that it's a good conversation?
Yes. It's a good conversation, albeit there does seem to be like some reminiscing, some particular details that you are not as privy to.
Yeah, Tandor is like partially fanboying a bit. Because they never met Amelia. They've heard tales, almost assuredly like very blown out of proportion. So, it's kind of a fun little interaction, because it's kind of like meeting your grandfather's like who killed a fuckload of Nazis in World War II, and it's like, oh yeah, and this was my co-pilot, and like you've heard all these stories throughout your entire life, and it's just like, oh my god, you're the guy, holy shit. So that's the energy, and at the same time, it's like, what the fuck? Why is this awesome person still talking with me? Like,
And sort of one last sort of little note, like, so what exactly does bring you here with my niece?
I just took a huge bite of spring roll. I'm so sorry.
That's exactly how it goes.
Yeah. My grandmother, there's something wrong with her, and the fire in her is taking over.
And at that moment, you feel a tightness in your hand when, the handhold hasn't sort of stopped since. As if she understands what that means.
Brother.
And before she recognizes that she's holding a little bit too tight and lets go. I see. I guess it would make sense for it to run in the family.
Yeah. Good news is, clean bill of health here. So, at least for now, it skipped to me and my mother. So, Rowan here said that maybe there was someone here that she knew that could help.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, as well.
Amelia?
And there's a pause, just like before clears her throat and sort of talking common. I guess there must be some other reason, just from aside from random travels and roving for coin, that you're here.
Yes. And I can only assume that with your conversation, you might know a little bit as to why we're here.
Well, you would be wanting to get to that sooner or later. You have to cut your teeth to get that next tag and all that.
Right.
I keep an eye on who happens to take what requests come out of Bear's Bay. And there is a long sigh as Amelia takes a breath, pulling an errant strand of hair back over an ear. My sister, your grandmother, there's been some strange goings-ons lately, so she is mostly taking her patrols and the checks of the area overhead with Zodasith, and taking what time she does have off to be with Arako. I'll cut to the point, at least, familial talk aside. Something has been causing a ruckus down in the old ruins. Yes, those old ruins. There are some valuable materials around that collapsed temple, and there are signs of a dangerous sort of creature that has moved in with what the literal signs on the wall are about.
Signs.
So, it does say something when you do see effigies set to places. So, I would like to ask you, given that I see that you're the ones who did apply for it, to delve into the mines, find that tunnel. You may have to do something for the foreman to even get permission to head that way yourselves, the stubborn fool. And root out what is halting progress before we have ourselves tumbling down into whatever hole it may create. If you please could, with the promise of reward and...
Reward or not, though, Emilia.
And a little help towards finding that wayward nephew of mine. He'll have answers for you. And you.
Rowan takes a deep sigh. Leg is not twitching anymore. She just kind of nods at Amelia. I suppose it is time. It's inevitable at this point. But
I can't exactly tell you all the details, Rowan.
is there something more that I need to be concerned about? Is he... Wait. Is he lost? Have you lost him?
No. I have an idea of where he is. There has been some clarity in his wanderings lately.
Oh.
And the reason behind he's able to put in better words than I am.
I can't wait for that. It's a little snide, but it's slightly under her breath.
And there's sort of like, a hand to reach out and put on Rowan's. At least put the moment aside when you listen to him. I've known him for a good while. And there has always been a struggle with what he fights and wields within him. Just as I am sure that you have done very much the same. You two are a bit more similar than you would think, but who am I to tell? I'm just a nosy aunt.
I like that you're nosy. And I'm glad that we stumbled upon you. It's been too long. We will do this. Yes? She looks around at everybody.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt a really sweet moment, but you said there's some issues in some ruins. Those ruins? What does that mean?
Do you want to tell about the ruins?
During the founding of Bear's Bay, let us just say that the founders came across something during their crash. An underwater, far deep below the earth, a temple to deific powers of those who were already here. It did not make much sense at the time, and what was originally declared of this island was proven to be quite false. That temple was a lock on a ley line, and in opening the way out to escape and leave, it set off a chain of events that has ultimately shaped the world to be as it is today.
Huh.
I've
Sure that'll go fine.
well, speaking of ley lines, Amelia, before we head off in that direction, Victor's vigil. We were just there recently.
Yes.
There was a ley line beneath the sarcophagus as we sought out.
Yes.
Where is Pandora? Sorry, Rowan says, where is, without thinking, he says, where is Nana Pendi?
And there's a pause. I think.
Max spits out his drink.
Rowan's beat red when realizing she said Nana Pandy out loud.
Your grandmother, I believe, given the time of day, she is likely making her flight. At least the second round of the bay. Probably about 1,000 feet in the air.
Okay, so then we have time to do this.
Yes.
And then we can see her after.
I am very much sure that I will pass along that you were here.
Please do.
And I'm sure the council will be very interested in hearing what you find down there.
Max, do you need a napkin? Passes one to Max, who just spat his drink out.
Yeah, I'll pass from taking anything from you for a little while.
What?
Is that because you said Nana Bendy?
Beat red again.
No, but that was funny.
Why won't take napkin? It's just napkin.
It's about what the napkin represents.
What does it represent exactly?
cleanliness?
Turncoats.
Just like holding the napkin with like, index finger and thumb, like ew, and then just drops it on the table. Well, okay, fine then. Stay wet with all the ale.
No, I want napkin. Why for you never give me napkin?
You can have this one. It's clean.
No, I don't want it. You dropped it.
Yeah, well, there's more right there. Right here.
No, I don't
Fresh-
want it either.
I'll give you one later
I don't need one, thank you.
then. Amelia,
Hey, Amelia, was it?
Yes.
Could we, have a quick sidebar?
It's right there. It's right in front of you.
No, it's a legal term. I've been in court a lot.
I don't know
and
what
there's
that
a-
means.
Bit of a pause and a look. Okay. What do you wish to know?
I meant quite literally. Can we talk over there?
You mean over at the bar?
And there's a pause as Amelia sort of gets up and puts James where he was sitting.
Max is gonna pull out his granddad's badge. Does does this ring any bells to you? Do you know anything about the person who had this You seem
Having a
like
look.
someone who's, been around for a little bit.
Having a look at it, flipping it over. There's a bit of a flare behind her eyes as she's sort of having a better look at it. Ah, this one, yes. It's a shame he didn't go. And passes the tag back.
Didn't go?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Forgive me for, inquiring, but,
Mhm.
what didn't go are you referring to? Like he's narrowing his eyes.
And she sort of gives a little smile. Well, he did not take a part of that first expedition. Instead, he chose his family. He was a very, very intelligent man. We probably could have solved the mysteries then, had he gone.
Yeah, not too intelligent. Not, his words. He would have given anything to have gone back in their decision. If he could have.
Just because you're intelligent does not mean you are wise.
Yeah, so he said.
Let's hope the trend doesn't follow.
Max looks like he's gonna say something, but thinks better of it.
He's a little smart then. Woo.
And there's a bit of a smile. Good. At least you're wise about that.
Damn, you got called out, son.
I've had it recently. All this, jabbing at words.
Oh, it's what I work with best. I can read through a lot of lies because I know many lies myself.
Yeah, trust me, I know that feeling.
Oh, yes.
You get raised up in a family of bullshit artists, you learn a few things.
Well, I will leave you and your group to best learn what is with the quest. And we might be able to talk a little more. I can see about digging some things up in the archives. And pass the tag back.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a great time.
Okay, no need to be sassy.
And that is about what I have left and prepped for you.
Woo!
We ended just on time.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Travis completely forgot that he's
Nope.
the one who requested it.
I'm not.
Oh.
Don't fucking tell me what I don't. Don't fucking.
Listen, brother. Listen. Brother. Listen. I don't know what HD is, but you got 80 of them shits.
You're goddamn right.
Hell yeah.
I just can never remember where all of them are.
Literally. Literally. Sorry. I'm sorry for being so offensive to you, Riley.
So, any
culture.
closing thoughts before I wrap this up, or this recording?
Chemo is a bird, confirmed.
Hey,
Definitely.
Ika, before we go on a wonderful adventure to ruins, do you want to go shoot some stuff and blow something up?
Absolutely.
I gotta get some things off my mind.
Ooh.
The tea is piping.
The tea is so piping. And I think Tandor, like, none of the food here is, like, particularly special or unique, right?
The food itself, no. The technique, though, seems to have some interesting, arcane or other means of doing preparation. Automation is the interest part as opposed to the actual food.
Alright, I'm going to observe those things
Mm-hmm.
like a child at a Krispy Kreme watching, like, the machines go.
Yes.
I'm not learning anything here in Bears Bay. I'm just fascinated by it all.
At least at this particular point, there are probably other places that may have items of interest.
Yeah.
Can't wait to show Tandor the tree. The tree house. Tree's house.
Double tree.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.